When I was young, well, I am young, so I should say when I was little, it was third grade, I'll never forget it. I was taught about tolerance and racial equality in school. I learned about MLK and his famous words about not judging people on the basis of their skin color. And I believed it. My entire life, I believed it. I listened to my teachers. I mean, now I'm a conservative and all, so maybe I don't listen to my teachers so much anymore. But back then I listened to my teachers, and I've always internalized that message. Now, I don't know what nonsense they teach in elementary schools today. Probably the New York Times 1619 project or something along those lines. But back then, and a long time ago called 2012, seems like a long time ago to me, I was taught in school that it was wrong to treat people differently on the basis of their skin color. So you could imagine my surprise when I got older and found out that I am discriminated against on the basis of my skin color in college admissions. Why? Because I'm Asian. Wait, what? So my first thought was the pragmatic thing, like maybe how can I get around it? So I was thinking to myself, okay, so maybe I can pull an Elizabeth Warren, right? I mean, hey, she's done pretty well for herself based off of lying about her race to colleges, okay? So, maybe I'm 1 in 1024th Cherokee too, okay? If that's what it takes to get a job at Harvard Law School and make a bunch of money, I think we're all 1 in 1024th related to Elizabeth Warren, right? But my second thought was the liberals that have taught me these good values growing up all my life are total hypocrites.
Yes, hypocrites.
Yes, they say, it is true. We are discriminated against you on the basis of your race. But this time it's okay because it's in the name of equality. We call it that. Yes, it is true that in the pre-civil rights era, colleges like Yale used to maintain racial quotas to limit the number of Jews that were allowed in their schools. And that was evil and anti-Semitic at the time, but now it's okay because we're doing it in the name of leftism. Change the name, change the races up a little bit, and put a big, nice BLM sticker over it, and now suddenly the same exact practice is okay. Really? And to California's credit, will you believe it? The government of California actually did something right. California has banned affirmative action in its public colleges for decades. But now, in the last few months, a radical left racist mob has taken control of our state and our country, and what they say goes. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. But here's the thing. The far left radical agenda always brings on these young kids, and I think you guys know what I'm talking about, these young 16 and 17-year-olds, to lecture the adults about the future they want to see. Because as we know, right, high school kids, we know everything about the world. We've seen so much of it, much more than you guys have. I mean, it's a miracle that the boards of every Fortune 500 company have not been stacked entirely with high school kids. I'm waiting on that. It's a miracle. I don't understand why Jeff Bezos hasn't stepped down and handed off his company to some 16-year-old. I think it would be a lot better. But let's play that game. Okay? I'm 17 years old. So it's time to lecture them about the future that I want. I want a future in which everyone, no matter the color of their skin or their ethnic background, is treated equally. Why is that so hard to say? Equality doesn't just mean we all enjoy the same privileges and rights, although that's a big part of it. It also means that we all have to equally bust our asses and put in the work to get to where we want to be. The same amount of work. Equality means that this fall, as I apply to college, I shouldn't have to score 200 points higher in the SAT to be equally competitive. Although I did, but I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to make my resume 6 times more competitive to be equally competitive in the admissions process. Equality means that Black and Hispanic kids shouldn't be looked down upon as incapable and mentally inferior to the extent where we need to lower the bar for them. Amen. What is that? That was the same view, by the way, of racist, white supremacist eugenicists in the 1920s. We reject their hatred then, and we reject their hatred now. This mob loves to cancel American history, right? We see that. everything that once had any connotation to some racist idea at one time in history, get rid of it, cancel it. Well, guess what? The canceling of racist ideas with a racist past in American society starts with the cancellation of affirmative action, and that starts by voting no on Prop 16 on your ballots this year. God bless equality, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, Vince.
Thank you, Vince.